There was a Futurama video game? Yes, there was, and I'm a huge fan of Futurama. It's one of my favorite animated shows, and somehow it just never seems to fully be over. It keeps coming back, and thanks to the series being back now, it made me a bit nostalgic about the Futurama video game that came out in August of 2003. That's over 20 years ago. This content is making me feel so old, and I don't know if I can take it anymore. I'm still gonna make the content though. What's nice is that the game has a connection to the show even deeper than being just a tie-in to the property, as it's considered a lost episode essentially. After the 4th season of the show came to an end, the game contains a little more than an episode's worth of new animation, and it had the original show creatives and a decent amount of the voice actors be involved to make it feel pretty authentic to the series itself. Today, let's take a look into Futurama, the video game, to see what it was all about, if it was any good, or at least a good representation of the show itself, and what happened to it. Welcome back to the 25 Days of Fringe-miss, where there's going to be Wait. Double Fringe-miss. Aw, you only thought you were gonna get 25 videos this year? Look at you. You look silly. But I'm here to fix that because I'm going to give you not only 25 videos, but I'm giving you 50 videos. I have 2 channels. That's 2 Fringe misses. Each day there'll be a brand new video on both channels for 25 days. I haven't slept in months. Enjoy the content. Or don't. Basically, Futurama here is a platforming, shooter, beat-em-up game as you get to play as the main 3 characters from the show, Fry, Leela, and Bender, along with getting to play as the legendary Zoidberg for a moment. The game gives you ample time with the main 3 in succession for a while, starting off the game as Fry and having those platformer and shooter vibes throughout that, then with Bender more so being focused on platforming and Leela still having some platforming but focusing on hand-to-hand combat, whooping some butt. Zoidberg comes in for a short little segment that is akin to going hog wild with Crash Bandicoot as you ride on the back of a beast while you jump and dodge obstacles in your way. So all of that is pretty straightforward enough, and it's easy to understand what to do as you progress through the game. And starting off in the game, the plot brings you right into Planet Express as the professor sells Planet Express to Mom, who owns literally everything and has been an antagonist in the show in general. Here, she has the goals of taking over the world and enslaving humanity, enacting curfews and filling the world with bad guys for you to take out. As you all try to escape, the ship gets damaged, which leads Fry on his journey of getting the things necessary to start repairing the ship. So you spend your time as Fry going and doing these few missions before you're able to fix the ship and get out of there. Mom's plans get larger than just world domination, as she wants the Earth to be this galactic warship, powerful enough to start going after the universe as a whole. The only person capable of building a special dark matter engine is the professor, leading Mom to start following them and tracking them down, trapping them now on an asteroid scrapyard that Bender is able to escape and start his adventure of trying to shut down the tractor beam that is holding them. And it doesn't matter what happens here, as in the end, Mom boards the ship, takes the professor's head and puts it into a jar, as well as then sends their ship hurling towards the sun, hoping that would finish them off for good as she got what she wanted.
This summer, get ready for something special.
It's Futurama the game! This is the happiest day of my life!
Funny enough, the sun isn't this unlivable ball of fire, but rather a planet filled with sun people who all live under fear of the sun god as their population is being killed off by said sun god and is turning them into these skeleton zombies. So now Leela gets into action, able to help fight back against the skeletons and defeat their sun god, and in return, they get a full tank of dark matter to take off from the sun and make their way to the professor's mentor, as he has a time travel machine that can bring them back in time to stop Mom before her plans get this far. They just need to get the generator for it activated, and it's not super close to them, having to cross a dangerous swamp and forest to reach it. And here's where Zoidberg comes in, getting to Crash Bandicoot your way over to the generator to be the helpful hero in order for our main 3 to head back in time to stop the professor from selling Planet Express, crash landing into the building, leaving the messed up ship from before and taking the fully working version to Mom Corp, and hopefully stopping the sale for good, as we then get a final boss battle with a giant robot named Destructor, but then they get crushed by the robot after defeating it, closing their story and hopefully just fixing the past, but the professor is bribed with a sombrero by Mom and signs the deal anyway, selling Planet Express, causing the game to run again in the same story as an unclosable, never-ending loop, which is par for the course in a video game sense and the right amount of comedy for a Futurama game. As fun as the story can be and the voice acting is, the game is definitely dated in terms of the controls, feeling so stiff and nearly the most frustrating part about throughout the game. I'm more so fighting the controls rather than fighting the enemies. The platforming and climbing, which is a lot of the game, is slow and ruins the flow or pacing of the game, which makes it feel odd since the game is roughly between 4 and 5 hours long. What is great is that the game really does look like Futurama. I think the characters and the world of the show are captured extremely well, feeling like I am getting a bunch of new content in the universe of the show rather than just references or callbacks. But the reviews in general were pretty middling to mediocre, and it's really for the controls in the game. That's what really holds it back here from being something greater, as the cutscenes, voiceovers, and plot are all genuinely pretty fun, but the presentation in which it plays feels lackluster. The levels aren't necessarily that interesting and feel like they are built for the in-betweens of the story to connect plot point to plot point. But in saying that, again, I still think they look great. They just feel a bit pointless in conception. Kind of like an afterthought of, oh yeah, we have to build a level around this. I think the whole surface of the sun level was a really cool idea, but the other locations didn't leave me with anything memorable. It's Futurama. There's so much personality to the locations in the show that I wish were translated into the game just a bit more.
This Double Fringe Miss is brought to you by Gamer Subs.
Oh, sorry, didn't see you there. Gamer subs, am I right? I know we've been down this road before, but look at the facts. Less than a calorie per serving. It's sugar-free. Supporting them really helps support me, so thank you to everyone who has been supporting them. You guys are awesome. Use code FRINGE, 10% off. Gamer subs. As a bonus, since this is considered to be the lost episode or lost adventure with the Planet Express crew, this would become the special 73rd episode of the show and put together as the Lost Adventure episode as a bonus feature on the home video release of the Futurama movie, The Beast with a Billion Backs. It's not the best quality and had to be reworked a bit thanks to Unique Development Studios sadly shutting down sometime after the Futurama game coming out and before that Futurama movie releasing. Now, aside from the campaign, there's nothing really else to the game, minus wanting to replay it if you want to collect all of the hidden nibblers throughout the game, which only unlocks stuff like Futurama clips and the art that can be viewed in the art gallery, which sure, that's still cool, but there isn't much value here for your time after you complete the game. I think that a new Futurama game with the power we have today to make video games could lead to something really fun and special, and I really think getting to explore a more open version of Futurama in the gaming atmosphere today would turn out to be something incredible. And if the series is popular enough to never stay dead, getting revival after revival, then maybe a new Futurama game could do really well. The original game sadly didn't. The sales were pretty low, but I'd still like to see another crack at a Futurama video game regardless. Even though it's not the most fun to play thanks to the controls, there's still a lot to the game that I like. But if the controls are the main thing holding this game back, that's a pretty core difference of making or breaking the game. But would you like to see another Futurama video game? How did you feel about this one if you ever played it? Let me know in the comments. I've been Jordan Fringe. Thanks so much for watching. Like and subscribe. Later.